Hello, it's Kathy from Nothing So Strange. It's Friday night, and I finally have time to do this VR to Angel at Feeding My Soul 1212 in response to her new hashtag, Show Us Your Decks Again. And she came up with 15 fun new prompts. I've been trying to get to this all week long, and finally on Friday I have a chance. So without further ado, I'm going to get onto the prompts, and I'll put all these in the description. The very first prompt is a deck with a quote on the inside of the box. And I have Roses, Dust, and Ashes, which just has the most amazing coffin-shaped box. This is an indie by Stacy Williamsing. And here's the quote in the box. Though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. From The Old Astronomer to His Pupil by Sarah Williams. And that's the beautiful box and the beautiful guidebook. And can you see this? It's velvety. And these cards are beautiful. I haven't had this one so long. I held off for a while because I am trying to pace myself. But it's an oracle deck, and the drawings are all from gravestones and cemeteries. And I've heard on walkthroughs, I've heard people question whether there are gravestones with all these symbols. There's, in the South, yes, you will see really big graveyards with all kinds of sculptures on the stones. I should do a tour of the local ones, a vlog of that. Anyway, that is prompt number 1, quote in the box. Prompt number 2 is a deck with a damaged box or card. I was going to use this one, but I'm saving that for number 3. And number 2, the Santa Muerte. This is by Fabio Lestrani. Beautiful deck. Chunky little book. And I opened this. I probably opened this around Halloween. I don't know. And can you see that? When I opened it and flipped through for the first time, I was really disappointed because there's a card that has a manufacturing defect on it. You can see it here. There's sort of a little fold in it. You can feel it. You can see it in the light. And I was going to send it back and ask for a replacement card. And then I thought, well, it's the Queen of Swords. That kind of works. So I thought I'll just keep my damaged card. This deck is just spectacular. It's really creative in its interpretation of the cards. Sometimes it feels, oh, that's very Escher-like. Sometimes it feels very RWS, and sometimes it's way out. I love how in this, Death is pregnant, not the Empress. And when you think about it, that's really cool. The different suits are color-coded. The cups have hearts as eyes, and the symbolism and the backgrounds and the colors are just spectacular. So, I swear I'm not going to do an hour long. Oh, look at the Hermit. Not going to do an hour long video again, so I will move on. That's number 2. Deck with a damaged boxer card. Number 3, as I move along, is a deck with one or several renamed cards. And so here we have the Native American Tarot deck. And this I got with a lot secondhand. The person who sold it to me said it had actually been his mother's, although he had a collection too. So back in the day, looks like it sold in the 90s from Phoenix Books, wherever that is, for $13. And yeah, the cards are all good, but the box is really beat up. I haven't had enough time to spend with this yet, but there's a lot of renaming here, so I'm going to have to do a lot of study to understand how to use this. The Magician is a coyote. The High Priestess is the Corn Maiden. The Empress is the Medicine Woman. The Emperor is the Council Chief, and it goes on. Here's our Hierophant as the Shaman. The Lovers are still the Lovers. Chariot's the Sled. Anyway, I've been meaning to learn more about this and then to do a flip through of it, because it is really interesting. And when I first got it, I love that moon. I was a little worried. You never know if a deck about a culture that, oh, look at that is not your own culture is going to feel respectful or feel like it is exploiting. Look at that, the silence. Exploiting the other culture, but the author, while not a tribe member, has, I believe, Shawnee heritage. And it seems like, from what I have read so far, that there is a lot of reference to the different nations' customs and a good attempt made to be accurate. So I'll come back once I've studied it more and do a flip through, give my impressions. But that was my deck with the damaged box, although I think the damage is just from somebody loving it a great deal. Okay, 4th prompt. I'm sorry. That was several renamed cards, but also damaged deck. 4th, a deck with reversible backs. I think most of mine have reversible backs. I haven't actually done a count. And I do read with reversals generally, but I went for the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot because I think these are such pretty backs. And they are reversible. I always have mixed feelings about this deck. Some of the cards seem to illustrate the meanings very well, and some of them are basically like, huh? I hope the sound of dinner being cooked over on the other side of the room there isn't too distracting for everybody. Anyway, so, oh, I love the death card. Snow White. So, that is my deck with the reversible back. Next, a deck with a star on the box. I was of two minds here. For a second, I was like, ooh, this is another chance to talk about the Star Lore Arcana, which I've shown once or twice before. Which, of course, it's a constellation deck, so there's stars all over it. And then I thought, is that too easy? Is that cheating a little bit? So I thought I'd look for something a little bit trickier. So I chose the Cosmic Tarot. So I don't think I've ever shown this before. And this is a classic deck. Recent edition of a classic deck. Mass market, US games. Gorgeous. A lot of my decks. Oh, this is not reversible, actually. Thought it was till I looked just now. One of the things that drew me to this is I'm not even a Buffy fan, but I heard that this was the deck that Willow used in Buffy. I thought that was really neat. And oh, what is that really nice History of the Tarot book that came out a year ago that just had like 10 decks? I should run over there and grab it. It had a chapter on this. And I loved their explanation of it. But it's so very 80s. And so it reminds me of being a teenager. And that's pretty hard to resist. Absolutely hard to resist. I should look over here and see if I see that book. I think it's right behind me. Hang on a second. No, too hard to get at. Okay, moving on. Next, a deck with no or few people in the minors. This doesn't have people at all. Remembering the Sweet Fool by Trisha Murray. This is a indie. I believe this version's sold out. Very glad that I had FOMO and got a copy there at the end. But this, I've shown this before. It is very witchy. This is about the only animal in it, I think. Most of it is fairly abstract, and it features this little bitty bird that she made out of gold foil from a candy. And just natural objects. Here's a close-up of the bird. And so, it's not just the minors, it's the whole deck. Doesn't have people. And it's just, there's our Fool. That. It is really a witchy deck. It's a magical deck. Look at the sun. Okay, so that is the deck with few or no people in the minors. And the next prompt is sort of related. It is a deck that doesn't have a person in the full card, and I had to sort of cheat on this one. I'm going for the crow And I guess using an animal deck is cheating a little bit, but so be it. I'm cheating. I like that full card. And I hope everybody's seen the Crow by now, because it is a wonderful deck. Been a couple versions out by MJ Cullinane. Okay, moving on. Number 8, a deck with your favorite box design. Really, you know, this is my favorite box design, the 2-part with the cutout. But I thought I'll wave a deck that I haven't already shown yet. So, Mystical Moments. This is a really nice box. It's not too fancy. Pretty on the side. The deck, I show this deck all the time. It's gorgeous. Okay. Number 9. This one was hard, and I don't quite fit it. This is a deck you've made a 180-degree turnabout. Either you were really excited and it fell flat, or you were lukewarm about it and then you absolutely loved it. And it's funny because Angel, you know, I saw the prompt and I was thinking, oh, well, I guess the closest would be Wild Unknown. And then Angel showed Wild Unknown. And like I say, I'm sort of so-so about, oops, that could have been the quote too, about this actually fitting. Because it's not like I was terribly against it. And it's not like it's moved up to be a favorite now. But there was so much hype about it, I thought it's got to be overhyped. But then I saw it on a fabulous sale, and I got it. And I really like it, actually. It really wasn't overhyped. So I suppose that counts as my, I like Mr. Rat there. Oh, I really like the horse. Okay, yeah, I like this a lot. So that counts as my 180-degree turn, because it really wasn't overhyped, and I thought it would be. Okay, I'm talking fast now because my phone battery's threatening to die. I would like to finally get through this. What do we have next? We have a deck with an even major in the box artwork. Oh, and I'm really excited about this one because this isn't just an even major in the artwork. This is one of my favorite tarot cards. This is the Gustave Doré Tarot by Los Scarabeo. Also damaged box card. And here we have the High Priestess, and that really is one of my favorite tarot cards. And actually, this is a favorite deck. The choices made are just fantastic. I think it really, they chose art that really sticks to the meaning of the cards and is beautiful. Really beautiful. So I pull this one out a lot. Oh, that is one of the best 8 of Swords. Look at that. Some of them just add so much meaning. The wheel. There's somebody tossing dice with, I think, with death there. Okay, so that is number 10, an even major in the box artwork. And in this case, it was the High Priestess. Number 11, a deck on your storage area with the box title facing in the opposite direction. And that one, most of them were facing in the same direction, and the one that wasn't is my new deck because it was out in front. And the others are standing up, and this one's laying flat because the box wants to lay flat. And I think this is the third time I have shown this now. It's my newest deck, Wild Enchantments. It is spectacular. Look at the gilding. Look at the colors. Look at the plants and the animals. Everybody should run out and order this deck. It also has shipping so fast it seems to break the space-time continuum. I'm serious. It's amazing. So, deck facing in the opposite direction. Wild Enchantments. I have to do a slow walk through this soon because I love it so much. Next, a lonely deck. A deck you don't store with your other decks. And that is easy. Let me get it from where I have it. That is Terra Volatile Collector's Edition, Monster Edition. This is so big. Look at it compared to that. It is so very big. And so I can't store it with my others because it is too daggone big. And I'm getting the blinking light of death on the camera, so I'm not going to flip out all the cards. I should do a walkthrough of this one too. But it is just spectacular and enormous and beautiful and amazing. I'll come back and do a walkthrough of that someday. And enormous. And it weighs so much. Okay, next. A deck you associate with the current season. Bonefire. Bonefire really feels like everybody's out on the beach standing around a bonfire. This is the second edition, and it is very beachy, very fun. And it's summer now. It's hot now. The colors are coming through very accurately here. There we go. And so, yeah, I don't have many decks that feel summery. Most of mine feel kind of autumn. A couple feel very spring. Summer's not my favorite season. I like what the garden does in the summer, but I really hate heat. I don't like to sweat. And so, I have fall and winter and autumn decks. Last two. A deck in which your favorite animal makes an appearance is 14, and a deck with a rainbow, either on the box or in the cards, is 15. Okay. Favorite animal. I don't have a favorite animal. I love all animals. But I would say that of wild animals, this deck, Guardian of the Night Tarot, has pretty much all my favorite wild animals, although it doesn't have any domesticated animals, so we don't have cats and dogs in here. But we have elephants and bats and cows and capybaras and all sorts of big wild cats and donkeys and crows and magpies and one of the best rabbit cards. And so, no matter what animal I chose, if I was forced to choose, it would be in this deck. Oh, look at the cute raccoon. We saw a cute raccoon day before yesterday at a restaurant that looks out over the river nearby. And he was hanging below the deck begging for scraps and getting them because he was so cute. Okay, deck with a rainbow. I think a lot of decks, most decks, I always feel like there's rainbows all over tarot cards because they're so often in the Ten of Cups. But I went for the Ghost Tarot here, which I think is a very underappreciated deck because very strangely, it's got the rainbow in the Five of Swords. And that's just such a strange place to put a rainbow. It has sort of rainbow-esque colors all through it. And I think my Fool got stuck in the box. Sort of rainbow-esque color there on the Fool, but really the rainbow and the Five of Swords with, of course, the vanquished people as ghosts. Pretty cool. Anyway, I think I've beat the blinking light. Thank you again, Angel, for coming up with a fun scavenger hunt like this. And if you're watching and you've made it through, thank you for coming to my channel and watching. I hope everybody's about to have a really great Friday night. And I'll see you again soon. This is Kathy. Nothing so strange.